Nearly a week after the tragic car accident that claimed the lives of 2 Ashland High School students and injured 3 others, the community is coming together to honor them. Thanks for joining us for NewsWatch 12 at 5. I'm Samantha Cadera. In just an hour, families and friends will be gathering in the high school quad. NewsWatch 12's Grace Fritz is live outside Ashland High School. Grace, what more can you tell us about the vigil tonight?
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Like you said, I am live right outside Ashland High School, where in just an hour, family, friends, and community members will be gathering inside the quad to honor those 2 students that died in that car accident, as well as those 3 others that were injured and are currently recovering. That accident happened almost a week ago when their vehicle lost control on a 90-degree curve and struck a tree on a residential property in rural Ashland. The vigil starts at 6:30, and organizers have asked that you bring a light or an LED candle to place in the courtyard of the quad. Since that accident, multiple memorials have been made at the school, at the accident site, and at a local business in downtown Ashland. The vigil will go until 7:30 with remarks in the beginning and the end of that vigil. There is more information on that vigil on our website, and the public is invited and welcomed to attend. Reporting live in Ashland, I'm Grace Fritz.
Grace, thank you. As Southern Oregon universities continue to grapple with financial challenges, a bill that aims to find a long-term solution is on its way to the Oregon Senate for a vote. House Bill 4124 directs the state's Higher Education Coordinating Commission to conduct a study of Oregon's post-secondary education system. With that data, the commission must make recommendations for a more sustainable framework. If the bill passes, a final report of recommendations would be due April 1st of 2027. Now taking a live look out at Ashland, it is very spring-like on this final Friday of February, but will the sunshine and warmer temperatures last for the weekend? Not sure, so let's go ahead and check in with Storm Alert Weather 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman. What's ahead for the weekend?
Well, yeah, we're not going to keep the sunshine, the warmer temperatures. We actually have rain and even the threat for some thunderstorms, so still a bit spring-like. We're not going to see a significant drop in temperatures. That's not going to be great news, though, for our local ski areas. Most of the precipitation this weekend is all going to fall in the form of rain, even for places like Mount Ashland and Crater Lake. A little bit of snow possible on the tail end of this system later in the weekend. But out there now, let's talk about this warm weather. 64 degrees in Medford, it's 63 in Ashland, 62 degrees in Klamath Falls, 65 in Montague, as well as Brookings. Brookings, though, we did hit 70 degrees for you folks a little bit earlier this afternoon. Temperatures right now a good 5 to 10 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. We have a lot of sunshine overall, a few high clouds, but clouds will be going on the increase as we head into tonight. Here's our big weather maker for the weekend. Going to be bringing in some rain as we head into tomorrow morning and then into the afternoon, tracking showers and thunderstorms. In the meantime, tonight, just looking for that increase in cloud cover. It won't be as chilly, down to 41 degrees in Medford, down to 35 in Klamath Falls. Tomorrow, expecting a rather cloudy and damp day. There will be some breaks of sunshine, especially for some of the west side into Northern California. And if we can see enough sunshine, that'll likely pop up more thunderstorms and also some heavier showers as we go throughout the afternoon and then into tomorrow evening. It does stay fairly mild. Snow levels mainly above 8,000 feet for tomorrow. Up to 61 for your Saturday in Brookings. We'll top out in the middle 50s for Medford, Grants Pass, up to about 54 in Klamath Falls and 60 in Wairika. So looking at a damp and stormy weekend, we'll time out the showers and thunderstorms, talk precipitation amounts and snow levels, all coming up in just a bit. Sam?
Matt, thank you. There was a lot of noise inside the Bellevue Elementary gym today, but it wasn't just excitement. Students were learning what empathy really means. By meeting someone, they're now stepping up to support. Today they welcomed their 4-year-old Bella as their sparrow. Let's head inside the assembly where cheers, a song, and a superhero lesson kicked off their giving back season. Cheers echoed through the gym as students clapped and cheered, welcoming their new sparrow, Isabella, better known as Bella. The assembly focused on one word: empathy. Before meeting Bella, students were reminded they already have what it takes to be superheroes.
Can you crawl up a wall? No, that'd be pretty cool. But we can do something even cooler than those things. We can help people feel like they're not alone when they're going through hard times. All those things, compassion, kindness, generosity, I'm telling you, those are way more powerful than anything you see in the movies.
Bella is 4 years old and was born with Down syndrome. She's faced serious medical challenges, including spine surgery, hearing loss, oxygen issues, and feeding complications that require a G-tube. She recently learned to walk on her own and is continuing speech and physical therapy. But her dad says what stands out most isn't what she's overcome, it's who she is.
The thing about her is she's always full of energy, full of love, just happy as can be, and that's how she wakes up.
Bella's dad once served as a Sparrow advisor at North Medford High School, guiding students as they raised money to help other families. Now his own daughter is the one being supported.
When I was a Sparrow advisor, it was kind of an accident how I became an advisor. And the first meeting I had with the students and Matt, I was hooked.
Through the Sparrow Club program, Bellevue students will complete community service projects throughout the year. Local sponsors then turn those service hours into financial support for Bella's family. When students were asked to stand if they were ready to help, nearly the entire gym rose to its feet. A simple lesson that empathy isn't just something you talk about, it's something you do. And for Bella, it now comes with hundreds of new teammates cheering her on. Several people from the NewsWatch 12 team are currently raising money to support Southern Oregon Sparrow Clubs for this year's Dancing with the Rogue Valley Stars. For details on how to donate to support sparrows like Bella, you can head over to our website. Tonight is the final week of Round Ball Wrap, and NewsWatch 12 Sports' Paisley Poole is covering Crater boys and girls basketball. She's out grabbing highlights and calling the girls' game of the week tonight. Hi Paisley, how is the team feeling about the matchup tonight?
Hi, Sam. That's right. Game of the week going down here at Crater High School. Tip-off at 7 p.m. The number 4 Crater Comet girls are welcoming in the number 2 Springfield Millers. Now, tonight, not everything is on the line because it's still a regular season game, but with playoffs looming, every game matters. Now, last matchup with Springfield, it didn't go in Crater's favor, but tonight they're looking to flip that script. Now, last matchup, the Millers took control after half, making it too late for Crater to catch up. But now that the Comets have seen them once, have a home advantage, and have had a few months under their belt to improve, it's now just about keeping that energy and focus the entire game.
I think us being mentally engaged after halftime is going to be a big thing for us. Coming out ready to go right out the gate in the third quarter is going to be important. Maintaining the game plan that we've had all week for the full game and just being locked in.
Tune in to Round Ball Wrap at 11 p.m. tonight to catch Crater girls and boys highlights plus basketball coverage all around the valley. In Medford, I'm Paisley Poole.
Paisley, thank you. Pacific Power is stepping up wildfire prevention efforts with major grid upgrades in Oregon and California. The company is installing hundreds of miles of covered power lines and replacing thousands of wooden poles. Reporter Grace Ritz spoke with Pacific Power's president about the changes.
Pacific Power is making changes when it comes to wildfire preparedness and all year-round weather seasons. The company is undertaking a grid hardening initiative that includes installing covered conductors and enhancing situational awareness to better monitor and respond to wildfire risks.
We install about 250 to 300 miles per year of covered conductor. It has benefits in all seasonal weather. We've implemented a number of operational practices across our service area here in Josephine County as well. That does include putting our system in more sensitive settings so that we can prevent ignitions in wildfire season.
To reduce customer disruptions for these more sensitive settings, the company has installed equipment that can isolate small sections of the grid, limiting outages to fewer customers if power needs to be shut off.
We've seen a lot of benefit was in Talent, Oregon, where in 2024, we had a number of outages that impacted a lot of our customers, and that was unfortunate. We heard the community. We took action, and we saw a 98% reduction in customer impacts in that community in 2025.
Pacific Power is installing 180 covered conductors in Oregon and 120 in California, totaling to 300 miles of covered conductors, replacing wood poles with 7,500 steel poles to strengthen and harden the grid. Reporting in Josephine County, I'm Grace Ritz.
We've been tracking fundraising efforts to keep Rogue Rock Gym open since they announced their closure last week, and they've now reached their funding goal. The gym says they are actively working towards reopening in the coming days and stabilizing operations. The gym says the financial struggles are rooted in debt from COVID, servicing that debt and rising operation costs. Their fundraising goal was adjusted to $40,000 to cover 3 months of rent, payroll to bring back STAG, and immediate operating expenses. The gym hopes to transition to new ownership focused on long-term stability.